Okay, so yeah, this is one of the anticipated uh, Isabelle. I don't know how to say her last name, but the orphan chick, one of her newest released movies called the Novice. Um, I mean, basically, it's if you like the Black Swan with Natalie Portman, it's basically that, except this is dealing with rowing, canoeing, whatever. Because basically it's this college girl who's a freshman, joins a university rowing team, and undertakes an obsessive physical and psychological journey to make it to the top varsity boat, no matter the cost. I'll say right now, the acting is really good from Isabelle and Amy Forsyth. Uh, I don't mind Amy in this film. Um, her character you sort of like, and then later on you kind of, I guess, don't, because weird things happen where it tries to do this mind, psychological stuff with the Alex doll character, which is Isabelle's character's name. Um, at one point, she starts to date her teacher, who then isn't her teacher later on. So then they're having a full-on relationship. But then a girl who is willing to do whatever it takes. Put her body through whatever, pain to be the best. Because pretty much what this girl wants to be, is the best rowing novice person on the team or whatever. And you see some body horror in this a bit. Although it's not really I don't know if they call it body horror, because it's not really scary. It's just a few marks on her body and a few cuts. She does start to cut herself and then, hides that somehow. I guess these girls don't change around each other, so I guess, I guess she heals that up fast, because she's like Wolverine. But like throughout the movie, I thought it was going to end like a slasher where she goes crazy and starts knocking people off one by one, but no, it's not like that at all. But yeah, overall I didn't mind the film. Would I say it's one of the best films of the year? I mean, it's a mixed bag, because there's stuff I liked in it, such as I like Isabelle's character, where this movie does get intense. I'll give it that. It does have good intense scenes throughout. The music in this also is very good. Or not really good, but I was surprised it used more oldies soundtrack more than this, recent whatever junk is out today, which I liked a bit. The editing's fine, cinematography's fine. It's written and directed by Lauren Hadaway. I don't know what else she's done, but I wouldn't say she did a bad job, other than she wants to be the best, and she's gay. Well, she has mental issues because she all whatever beating herself up, and then she composes herself and goes back out. Then towards the way this movie ends is very odd. I didn't understand it. But I don't want to spoil it. But yeah, I didn't understand. I didn't understand the conflict between. I got what the character of Alec Dahl was doing with, because she has this one friend who's on the team, on the varsity voting team, whatever, with her training, and then they later on turn against each other, and I didn't understand why. I got throughout the early on that she saw her at more as she saw Amy's character as a rival, because everybody else would praise her and, oh, you're so good at so and so, I bet you can, become on the professional team or whatever. And so this, the Alex Doll character doesn't like that, so she pushes her body and herself to try to tie and rival, Amy Forsyth's character. Um, but yeah, then there's like a scene where they have an argument, and but again, I didn't understand why she turned on her, because they're mad when they win I guess a training exercise or something, but then the coach is like, well, due to the one girl's, technical difficulties, we're not going to put you guys in the professional varsity thing. And then they're mad about that. And then the next scene is the doll character with her girlfriend, and then she gets a text from the Amy Forsyth's character saying, "I have a ride" or whatever. Then she's buddy with the other varsity teammates. So then she turns on the Alex character, and because then they become all distant, and then they argue in the hall or in the tunnel or whatever. And I didn't understand why the Alex character was mad at her. Like, was she mad because she, I guess, accuses them of cheating somehow? But then, and then there's argument about her being she's able to get a scholarship because she was president of something before, I guess, or something, or she is president of something. Um, Lauren's first directing, I guess, the directorial debut film. I think she did alright. Writing, I would say, need a little bit of work, because I didn't understand, again, character conflict with each other. I got that they turned on each other, but I didn't understand why why the Amy Forsyth's character decided to become buddy with the other girls, and then, just almost ditch Isabelle's character. And then she's like, everybody thinks you're a nut job anyway. And then again, by the end, it's like weird. It doesn't end in like bloodshed or anything. It doesn't even end like violent. It's just very odd the way it ends. It's like very abrupt. It's like, there's no dialogue either in the last scene. But so I was confused on the ending. So that's a negative. Everything else I didn't mind. Again, the acting's really good. I don't understand that, but okay. Like, he's a frat dude, and like, she still has like her dress on or whatever, and she like covers her top self. I'm like, I don't understand that, because I'm pretty sure he saw your bottom half, so why can't he see your top half? Whatever. Yeah, whatever. With that, um, and then, yeah, but yeah, I didn't understand the whole teacher dating thing, where she has issues with her at first, but then and then they're getting it on, and in a very lame lesbian thing. Love to make a shot. On the team just doesn't at all. Um, but yeah, maybe she got some influence from Black Swan, but again, either she must have took notes. Okay, they did this. Okay, they did that. I want to do this, but change a little bit of that. But keep this with that. Like, I guarantee she must have saw that movie and just decided to, I'll make my own version of it, but just about rowing boats. Um, I mean, granted, like that's not really an interesting thing. This movie does make it kind of interesting. Not the sport, but like what this girl goes through to. Yes, um, but yeah, overall, it's fine. It doesn't deserve a 10 out of 10, like all these reviews are giving it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I do recommend the film if you are a fan of the orphan chick, which I cannot wait for the prequel to come out. But yeah, if you're a fan of her, or fan of psychological drama thriller films, I would say give this a watch. I do think it's pretty good with that. Um, but yeah, thanks for listening and take care. Make sure to hit that notification bell so you know when I drop more videos, and hit that subscribe button and a like. And thank you for listening. Peace and love.